Today I would like to teach you how to crochet the half double crochet thermal stitch. It is a very sturdy and thick stitch. It looks similar to the single crochet thermal stitch, but it is just as thick and really durable. So let me teach you how to do just that. Okay, so in order to crochet the half double crochet thermal stitch, make a random number of chains, doesn't really matter. And then from the second chain from the hook, crochet half double crochets. So one in each, but please go in a back bump. It's going to make your life so much easier. Okay, so once you finish the first row of just half double crochets, now you're going to make a chain of one. That will help you later to make sure you can find your stitches, okay? That's all that's there for. Now, you need to understand how to make the thermal stitch because the thermal stitch in general does not crochet upwards from here, right? So you're not crocheting on top of these stitches. You are crocheting from this direction upwards, okay? It's kind of in a different way of thinking. It's kind of in a zigzag, like a half step. It's almost like a step ladder. So you're doing like a halfway up, another halfway up, another halfway up. So let me show you what that actually means. The entire idea behind it is to make a thicker crochet project that is almost like having two swatches sewn together to create a thicker texture. So that's what the thermal stitch is for. So now look at the anatomy of your stitch, okay? So you see right here, it's the front loop and the back loop. And then you have here, down here, that's why I said go into the back bump. You have the V's over here, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to go through the back loop and the parallel loop to each other. So you see that every stitch right here has a parallel loop, right? There's a V on top and on the bottom. So that is what we're going to work with. Okay, so yarn over for the half double crochet, insert your hook into that back loop and the parallel loop, okay? And now yarn over, pull through, and finish it up like a half double crochet. Boom. Now let's do that again, but one stitch over. Don't get confused. We just use this part. It looks like a triangle. We're going to go into the next one, right? So back loop and the parallel loop right there. I'm kind of holding my yarn here so that way my project stays stable. Yarn over, pull through like a half double crochet. So again, go through like so. Okay, that's parallel, right? Even though my hook's slightly tilted. And half double crochet. Let's do that again. Go through those two loops, half double crochet. So really what it means is where you're inserting your hook. That is what's different. You're still doing half double crochets as you normally would. It's just a matter of where you're inserting your hook, which creates that beautiful texture in the end, which you'll see. So here at the very end, keep going literally until the end, okay? And then right here, these are also parallel right there. And watch me once I do that, I'm actually kind of naturally tilting my entire thing and it flips automatically like so. Because we're still not tilting this direction, we are tilting in this direction, okay? Like forward to you. Chain one, and you're doing this process again. But now we're going into that leftover loop that we left over when we crocheted in a previous row, right? You have that loop that we left over, which was the front loop. Now it's the leftover loop, right? So that's our parallel loop now. So yarn over, we're still going into the back loop right here. And now we're going into that leftover loop, like so. Yarn over, pull through, and pull through to do your half double crochet. Again, go through like this, and half double crochet. Like this, half double crochet. And that's how you're gonna keep on going. Once you have a few rows done, it's going to be a lot easier to hold it and to do it. Now, I do have a single crochet and a double crochet version of the thermal stitch. So if you would like to start, a little smaller, start with the single crochet. But I must tell you that because the single crochet is smaller, it's harder to see. So start with a bigger stitch like the half double crochet or double crochet, and you have an easier time figuring out where your stitches are. And therefore, you will do the single crochet version much easier in the end. So you're going to keep on doing this exact same thing. Always make sure you have your chain of 1 at the beginning of the row, because it's so much easier to find the stitch here at the end once you get there, right? Once you turn around. Now, let's say you are done with your project and you need to do your last row. In your last row, the very, very last row, you're going through 3 loops. That means the front, the back, and that parallel loop. Just to make a clean edge, and it doesn't look like what you can see here. It almost looks like a, well, let's call it a step ladder or something, right? It has a weird edge, and you don't want that weird edge at the very end. So that means you're going to go through 3 loops and finish it up like so. So going through front, back, and the parallel loop like so. And that's how you're finishing up that project. This thermal stitch is really, really fun to do because you can use it for so many things, such as a washcloth. I would recommend the single crochet version for a hot pad or something like that. It's a lot thicker and protects you more from the heat. Of course, you want to use cotton for that, right? But I must tell you, it's a beautiful stitch to use for so many different reasons, such as you know, like a bag bottom. That's what it's called, right? Bag bottom. So beautiful. It's absolutely stunning for a bag bottom. It really is sturdy and doesn't make anything fall through. Again, for that, I would use the single crochet version, because if you can tell with the half double crochet version, even though you look through this part right here, there is less gaps, right? Which makes this entire thing thicker. However, the single crochet version is much thicker and really has absolutely no gaps. The half double crochet does have some gaps, as you can see, right? So that means even though we're going in that zigzag, you do have a few gaps right here in between, and that is eliminated completely when you use the single crochet version. But it's perfect for so many things like scarves and bag bottoms and washcloth. It's just so beautiful and has a gorgeous texture in the end. So you learned how to crochet the half double crochet thermal stitch. I hope you enjoyed this stitch. Be sure to like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to get a notification next time I publish a new video or go live. I hope to see you then. Bye!